Alright, what's up? It's Bladen. We're on to the Ark. We're going to quit the menu immediately here. Mission select the level again. Hit space to continue. I'm going to throw out our nade, that's pretty important. I'm going to chill here for like a minute. I'm going to fast forward through this. And we come into a trick that is very finicky. A lot of runners don't like it. We're going to do Barker skip. So we land on this ship. This is Barker's ship. And there's going to be another ship that flies in called the 6-4 ship. And what we're going to do is we're going to frag boost and jump across to the 6-4 ship and hopefully land on it. This strat is a little bit random though, because we're literally jumping across two moving objects that are like tilting around. They can give you like random platform velocity, different speeds. And they're also like tilting in different directions. So you gotta like course correct your line as you're jumping across. It's a very finicky strat, but I'm gonna go through my setup here. Actually, I'll show the other setup first. Let me fast forward through this. This is Brian Otto's setup. I think you look at like the skid marks here. Pull up the Spitfire. The bottom crosshair lines up with the skid marks. Left one lines up with the top of the circle here. Kind of line up like that. The bottom of the crosshair goes above this tick, this black tick, and go up until you're off the ship. That's kind of what I use to line it up. Gonna show this off. We're gonna pull the nade. When the captain dude starts talking, it's gonna say one sentence, pause, second sentence, pause, then the third sentence. We're going to pull the frag after the first sentence. And then we're going to drop it and slide off and jump when he starts the third sentence. Pull the frag. Drop. And you jump across like that. There's like so many different ways this trick can go. It's very annoying. So set up here. Versions, pull the frag, drop, slide, then try and do your best to get on the ship. I like to try and double jump as soon as I start losing height from the first jump. So I find often the problem with this trick is I don't have enough height. So I just want to try and maximize that. And show this one more time. Pull the frag. Drop, slide off, jump. And then sometimes you kind of fall short there. Brian Otto, who came up with that lineup, or that setup, claims they have 95% success rate with it. I cannot say the same though, so I came up with a different strat. We're going to come up on this little ridge here. Kind of line at the bottom part of my crossover with those two little arrows there. Pull it right at the same time. And this setup's going to give you a bit more height when going into Barker skip here. Which is why I usually like to opt for this strat instead. So I'll show it again. Bottom of the crosshair between the two arrows. Pull the frag. Take a step back, slide off, jump. I kind of try to use the guy's dialogue to time when I slide off and jump. Drop a frag. I think he says like Omake Han or something. So I like to go on like the Moke part. I don't even know if that's the right syllable, but that's what it sounds like to me. If you want to risk like a really big boost, you can go on Han. That's a really good way to die on a rare occasion with this strat. So just like the other setup, I like to double jump as soon as I get to like my max height with the first jump. On the very rare case that I might hold my double jump if the ship is like super far away. That is pretty rare though. okay, jump off, jump early, and come all the way across. I'll show that one more time, and then move on. Basically, how you're gonna get good at Barker Skip is just do it over and over, drill it, and try to get a bunch of different seeds until you figure out how to adjust accordingly. Okay. Jump early. You might need to hold back if you're going a little bit too fast. Because I'll see a lot of runners just like completely overshoot the ship, or just like fall through like the back because they slide too much. And if you're overshooting the ship, I'm just gonna be straight up about it. It's kind of your fault if you miss it that way. I'm okay. I didn't get the frag boost there. That was pretty unlucky. The only time a seed, when I say seed, it's basically like the pattern of the ship movement. The only time you aren't gonna be able to do the seed is if the 6-4 ship is like really high up. Usually if it's like far away, you can pretty much always make it if you get a good frag boost. Pretty much if you get a good frag boost, you can always manage to make it work. I'll show like one funny strat they can do. I'm trying to like edge out the distance. Or close it up. So I made it there, but you can actually, you can like climb up the wall here and kind of like jump up. If that's like a last resort and you're barely gonna make it, you can kind of just climb up the side of the ship and hope it works. But yeah, this trick is just super finicky. You're just gonna have to get used to trying to adjust to it. I like to hold back like super early when I'm in the air, by the way. Because it's very common. Okay, there, I barely missed. I might want to jump a little bit later here, actually, to get a better frag boost. So if you go on Han, you can pretty consistently get like some really good boosts. The only problem is sometimes the nade will like roll down super far to like where BT's standing. And if you go on Han there, there's a very good chance that you actually die to the frag. It's a little bit random, that setup. But assuming you get a good frag boost, you can like almost always get you can almost always land on the 6-4 ship here. Immediately I start losing heights. And you want to come onto this wing. For some reason there's like a fall timer on this level that will kill you if you fall for too long. So we actually like to try and move on like upward moving platforms to try and reset that fall timer. Or alternatively, we'll like spam jump a bunch to try and reset it. We get onto 6-4 skip here. You just want to slide down into this doorway. It's not too bad. The hard part about this trick is the seed you get with the 6-4 ship. You're gonna have to adjust your kind of entry into here based on like how high it is, how low it is, how far it is to the side, how much it's tilting. But generally, I just always do like the same strat and it works. When the ship starts tilting back, I come to the front, slide off. And I might need a tap strafe to the right there to get the lineup that you need. So on very rare occasion, the 6-4 ship will actually be like super high up, way above the Malta. In that case, you just kind of like slide hop all the way across. And there's like an invisible wall that you can hit, and that'll reset your fall timer. So basically on this platform right here, there's like an invisible wall right here. You can bonk on that and fall all the way down. And that'll avoid hitting the fall timer as you're coming down here. So we come through here, we're gonna pick up the Mastiff on the wall there, kill these dudes, and come to the elevator here. You want to click so these guys don't shoot you. I'm gonna show that again because I was a bit slow. Oh, checkpoint sucks. Kill these two. Cloak when it staggers. Go through these guys. You can shoot them. Elevator will close. And it's a pretty basic strat. You just kind of You just kind of wait for the elevator to open. There's not really much to it. You can kind of like, there's like a funny you can do there. I think next phone. You can like wall run, and when the ship staggers, you kind of like glitch into the elevator. You can also glitch out of bounds and get stuck though, so that's a good way to throw your run. So we get to the top of that elevator here. Some people like to like slide hop out like that. I don't really like timing that though, so I just like, whoops. I like to just like slide on the door off rip. Just like that. It's a bit slower. It's a lot simpler. So I'm gonna come over here, pull a frag. I'm gonna clear out this turret. Kill this last guy over here. Ideally you want to like shoot him while you're still flying through the air. And once you kill all 5 guys, the dialogue will progress. And you're gonna refill your ammo over here. I'm gonna show that again. Just show that line again. Crouch kick. I like to pull the frag around here. Kill this guy. Jump so you don't get staggered by the ship. It's a pretty simple fight. If you lose track of these guys, they can like come over here and activate these stalkers. They'll activate like the stalkers over here, and they'll run over here. So you might have to watch out and kill those guys as well. The rest of the game here. Hit the top dialogue. I should note sometimes the 6-4 will do some weird stuff here. Sometimes draws will come down first on the zipline, and he just kind of chills there. If that happens, just reload checkpoint. Sometimes the 6-4 ship will also just stall in the air here and just do nothing. So there you also want to reload checkpoint. So yeah, if you can't tell already, this level is kind of weird. Very finicky, and kind of everyone hates it. So we hit the dialogue. Come on this rail. Sarah's gonna come up. Once she wiggles her ship, that's when you want to jump off. Which is Spitfire. So you want to wait for the ship to even out. When we slide off, pull a frag. Throw it at the left group of guys, pull another frag. I like to throw it at those two. Now ideally you'll get fire stars here. That's like the best nade to pick up. More fire stars, that's awesome. You want to kill these guys on the left. Throw some fire stars on these guys. Throw some fire stars on the stairs. Kills the grunts. Then you come up here with the mastiff. And just shotgun everyone over here. Usually the 6-4 will just kind of like despawn this guy. Sometimes you have to kill him. Just get ready to do that just in case. And then you'll get the dialogue. The room's clear. That means you're good to go. You can just shit at the top over here. We're gonna go through that 1 or 2 more times. So I jump on the ship. Wait for it to even out. Spitfire, slide off, nade. Throw it down. But those guys, clean up any guys that are still left over here. Got fire charge again. That's good. Sometimes you'll get arc grenades. If so, you just want to throw it at these guys here that I just killed. The fire star here. You can throw a fire star down there. You can shoot like 1 or 2 guys here, but you shouldn't have to. The 6-4 is scripted to clean them up. You can come up here, toss any nades like in the back there. Just kill all these dudes on the catwalk. I think I didn't kill all the grunts down here though, so 6-4 is taking a minute to kill them. Apparently this fight is like actually an auto-scroller if you do it fast enough. But actually keeping up with the auto-scroller is really hard. That's a bit RNG too, because of what nades you get. Alright, so here we go. So we got arc grenades. I like to throw it at these guys on the stairs here. That damages them quite a bit. Because arc grenades actually have like some huge range. It's pretty ridiculous. We got more arc grenades. We can arc grenade these guys. Then we want to come down here. We're going to get behind these shield guys. We do 3 mastiff shots. I missed one though, so messed up. We're a bit slow there, so these grunts from the stairs are actually going to come up here. You just want to clear them out. Come back up here. The stalker actually dropped from up top, so we have to kill him. You can throw any nades up here, as always. And that should be... Okay, yeah. So that's room clear. These dudes. Fire stars are good. Kill these dudes on the stairs. Kill some extra dudes here as well. 2 fire stars at the front. 1 down here. Actually, I can put 2 because I got extra. That'll kill all the guys. Just come up here. Kill these stalkers. And that was actually a pretty like perfect room clear. Does not get faster than that. So wait for the 6-4 to get up here. We're gonna hit the top dialogue here. Just like that. Jump to the window. On the second clear dialogue, double jump. Wait for the terminal to move forward. Interact with it. And there's some weird stuff that can happen on this part. But generally, you just want to try and steer the ship behind the Draconis as fast as possible. The longer you take, my theory is the worse the stuff is going to happen. Or the more likely that bad stuff is going to happen. Wait for it to end. And just spam jump, just like that. Some people like to do that with the controller. They find it easier. I don't think it really matters though. There's like a whole bunch of superstitions. That's why we like double jump before the clear dialogue. Wait for the terminal to move forward. But I think it really just matters on how fast you can steer the ship into the ship. But yeah, I want to stand back here. You don't want to touch BT's hand because it's still glitched out from doing a fastball or skipping fastball at the start of the level. There's also another weird thing that can happen here. This is very, very rare. Sometimes a ship will just literally like phase through this entire ship and just kill you if it touches you. We call that ghost ship. I've never had it happen before, but it can happen supposedly. So watch out for that. You can like try to dodge it, but it's pretty big. So good luck with that. We just embarked a BT here. I should have done that right away. Alright, and if you quit the menu at the start of the level, like I said, you should have Ion loadout here, because we actually get that in Effect and Cause. But if you quit the menu, it just gives you all the stuff that you should have. If you did Visembark, back in Blood and Rush, you should also have Tone here. We dash back twice, turn around, and we get to a Viper fight. There's some new strats for Viper, or somewhat new, I guess. So we're going to dash twice, hold forward, and we're going to laser beam Viper twice with Ion. I'll show that here. Dash twice, 2 laser beam shots, switch to Tone, and we're going to go for, I think it's 5 shots on Viper. We can hit him once in the air, 2 on the ground, 2 more in the air, missile barrage. Then we switch to Expedition, 2 rockets, and then we release the rockets as Viper starts like slowing down in the air. His Viper will kind of like fly to the left, fly to the right, but he has to like stop in between when he's turning directions. That's like the perfect time to line up the missiles. So I just do missiles until he kind of slows down, so by the time the missiles get to him, he's just floating still, and that's how you can get the most rockets to hit him. A lot of people will just like they'll just kind of like YOLO the rockets, and a lot of them will miss. But the theory is that the rockets will kind of just like fly past them, but they'll like 180 and come back later in the fight and kill them, which is kind of funny. That's a bit RNG though. I don't really like doing that. I just stick with the consistent strat here. Do it before he stops. We're gonna show it again. My mouse is actually dying. I need to plug that in. 2 dashes. Laser, switch to tone real quick. 1 shot in the air, 2 on the ground, 2 more in the air for a total of 5. Switch to expedition, rockets. Right when he starts to slow down, and then shoot him with expedition. Switch to Ronin, core immediately, and try and get a swipe on both these guys at the same time. Usually they'll be like grouped up together, so you can hit them both at the same time with 1 swipe. But sometimes they'll be split up. You just have to use 2 swipes on one guy and then 1 swipe on the other. If that happens, that's fine. It's still like pretty fast. Just finish them off with the running shots, and that works. Let's show this again. Make sure I'm Ion. 2 laser shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch to expedition. He's lots to slow down. Rockets. Finish them off with a gun. Ronin core. So yeah, they're usually right beside each other. You can just double swipe them. Then you come to the front of the ship. Disembark. So we actually, that's called Viper Zerg. How that works is we do the fight so fast that we get pushed out of the play area here. We go way faster than the game expects us to. So we actually go out of bounds when we kind of tussle with the Viper here. So you'll see the sky is artifacting all over the place. That's how you know you're out of bounds. And the player is going to actually catch up with us here. So we need a mantle to clip act into bounds. As soon as the wall pushes us, I like to like take a step back and sprint and just mantle this tiny ledge right here. A lot of people just like stand right up against it, but that's kind of weird and inconsistent because you can actually just walk up this ledge. And it's also dependent on, oh, whoops. BT died, oh no. It's like also kind of dependent on the tilt of the ship. But usually it's going to tilt this way so you can get a good lineup with it. So I just take a step back and just sprint mantle. You'll see the wall that was pushing us is now gone. I'll try and show that again. That's the wrong save. Slide up over here. It pushes us. Do it like 2 or 3 times. You want to make sure you jump when Viper lands here. And then it's going to jump on BT. We can just one-shot him with the Mastiff. You can flick up and kill him, just like that. And you only have to do this mantle clip if you get the artifact in this guy. The sprint. And just mantle that tiny ledge here. Flick. When Viper starts his dialogue. Oh, I'm actually missed it there. I think at the top dialogue here. I don't know if it matters. And then BT is gonna come over here. Gonna open this doorway. We slide down. Just hold forward all the way to the end. Keep holding forward. We're gonna blow up here. We're gonna hit the top, then bottom dialogue. And then that's the end of the level. We just fade out here. And that is the arc. This is the most jank level in the entire game. That's right at the end of the run, fortunately. But yeah, you just gonna have to deal with it. Kind of a shit level. But with some practice, you can get most of the jank like somewhat consistent. But we're gonna move on to the last level of the game, the fold weapon, in the next video.